Was Aaron Hernandez a murderer and a victim of suicide because he suffered from chronic traumatic encephalopathy, CTE? Are the New England Patriots and NFL liable for Hernandez's CTE? These and related questions now take on legal significance. On Thursday, attorney Jose Baez, who along with Harvard Law School professor Ronald Sullivan successfully defended Hernandez in his Boston murder trial in April, announced that Hernandez's fiancée, Shayna Jenkins Hernandez, has filed a federal lawsuit against the Patriots and NFL on behalf of her and Hernandez's 4-year-old daughter, Aviel Janelle Hernandez. In her complaint, Jenkins Hernandez contends that the Patriots and NFL were negligent in their care of Hernandez. The family demands that the Patriots and NFL should pay Aviel $20 million in damages for loss of parental consortium. The possibility of such a lawsuit was extensively covered in a Sports Illustrated article published in April. That possibility is now a reality. Jenkins Hernandez's lawsuit follows an autopsy examination of Hernandez's brain by Drive. Ann McKee, professor of pathology and neurology at Boston University School of Medicine and director of BU's CTE Center and chief of neuropathology. According to this examination, Hernandez suffered from stage 3 CTE. CTE ranges from moderate, stage I, to most severe, stage 4. A second pathologist confirmed Dr. McKee's stage 3 finding. According to these results, Hernandez suffered from early brain atrophy, or shrinkage, and large perforations in the septum pellucidum, a central membrane. CTE has not been associated with causing a person to commit murder, but has been linked to suicide. Before going further, it is worth stressing that CTE has not been linked to propelling a person to become a murderer. Hernandez, of course, was a convicted murderer. Yet posthumously, he no longer has that distinction. Let me explain. In 2015, a jury convicted Hernandez of first-degree murder in the death of former semi-pro player Rodin Lloyd. Hernandez, along with 2 conspirators, picked up Lloyd at his Boston home late one night in June 2013 and then drove him to an industrial park near Hernandez's home in North Attleboro, Mass. Hernandez then shot Lloyd, who had dated the sister of Jenkins Hernandez and was known as Hernandez's blunt master, for supplying him with marijuana 6 times. Despite this conviction, Hernandez is no longer considered a convicted murderer under Massachusetts law. In May, Massachusetts Superior Court Judge Susan Garsh vacated Hernandez's murder and accompanying firearm convictions on grounds that Massachusetts recognizes abatement ab initio. Recognized in Massachusetts and several other states, this legal principle requires a judge to vacate defendants' convictions when their appeals had not yet been heard at the time of death. The underlying logic is that the appellate court might have reversed the convictions had those appeals been reviewed. Hernandez's appeal remained undetermined at the time of death. Even though Hernandez caused his own death by taking his life while at the Sousa Baranowski Correctional Center in Shirley, Mass., in April, abatement for defendants who commit suicide is still enforced in Massachusetts. Abatement has important legal significance beyond clearing Hernandez's criminal record. For one, it means that victims of Hernandez cannot rely on his convictions in their civil lawsuits against Hernandez's estate. Abatement also makes it more likely that Hernandez's estate will be able to transfer assets to Aviel. Of relevance to Hernandez, CTE has been linked to an increased risk of suicide, along with aggression, depression, memory loss and other conditions. Hernandez was also not the first former NFL player with CTE to commit suicide. Another former Patriot, Junior Seau, committed suicide in 2012. Seau's family sued the NFL for wrongful death, arguing that the league knowingly concealed the danger of CTE from Seau. Seau's family opted out of the 65-year and approximately $1 billion class action settlement between the NFL and roughly 20,000 retired NFL players. By doing so, the family can continue their case against the NFL. Many legal hurdles for Hernandez's family to prove that the Patriots and NFL were responsible for Hernandez's death, and convincing the U.S. District Court for the District of Massachusetts that the Patriots and NFL were legally responsible for Hernandez's suicide. The Hernandez family would face a number of significant obstacles. Preemption first. The Patriots and NFL are poised to argue that the claims are preempted by the NFL's collective bargaining agreement. The CBA dictates that current and former player grievances over health matters must first be arbitrated. Only after an arbitrator reviews the disputed health claims and issues an award can the claims be reviewed. The preemption defense is generally considered the NFL's strongest legal defense in concussion-related lawsuits. Bro.